Hello, hello. Leah Weston with AVI Systems here for our Monday Moments. These are short, extemporaneous talks, and I've selected the letter R for April. We talked about relationships last week and that famous Harvard study. And today it's about resilience. I went to the grocery store this weekend, and it just seems that people are so stressed and don't really make eye contact anymore. And it just, we've been in this pandemic for a long time. We're in the fourth wave here in Colorado. We're going to hit the 7,000 people dying mark soon. And globally, we're going to be at 3 million, but 110 million have recovered, and we are getting our vaccinations. It's just, this is an experiment that none of us have ever been through. And if there's ever a time for resilience, it's now. I heard a great talk on NPR. It was a podcast, which I will share. It's kind of funny because it's a 21-minute podcast about burnout and tools to avoid burnout and what to look at with it to know if you are burned out. And then I saw there's actually a 3-minute version of it too, which is speaking to how we have our time is so compressed. So the components to look for: exhaustion, cynicism, and self-blame. And part of that has to do with feeling of lack of control. So the advice is to do things that you can control, whether it's making a list, checking it off and getting those endorphins in your brain when you do that, or taking a few minutes. I've been doing for the last few months. Elizabeth Ashner is a belly dance teacher in Golden, Colorado. She's fantastic, and she started this 5-minute shimmy challenge where we take 5 minutes, and she says it's time for your reset. Like we have a reboot button on our base of our brain, and just to take 5 minutes and think of nothing else except connecting with your body, listening to the music. And it really has been great. So that's one of the things that I do. Meditation is another one that they recognize as really helping. I will post the links for that. And then I was doing a little research and found an article from 2012 about resilience. I will share that also. It's from the American Psychological Association. And it has techniques for building resilience. So that could be connections. Again, something with the pandemic. I think I just made up a word, that pandemic. with the connections have all been messed up. And I had a talk yesterday with my best friend from junior high, Charlene. She had a successful career as an engineer at Intel, and now she has her second career as a high school chemistry teacher. And she was talking about the stress of kids being remote and virtual, and how important these lesson plans are. And my heart goes out to the teachers and the frontline workers. It's this is a big experiment that we're in. So it's connections, joining a group is another one. Fostering your own wellness. So it's what works for you. If it's a walk in nature, closing your eyes, listening to music, doing some kickboxing, whatever. You can just feel that you're re-energized, because that podcast has some good interviews. And the burnout creeps up on us, and we cannot realize it sometimes. One of the recommendations is that managers and leaders be aware of this too. We're doing this with our team, having better communication and being intentional in how we interact with each other, and take care of our promise to ourselves, company, our customers. So I will share these posts. I hope everyone can get out in nature today and or do what lights you up. Take care.